Josh. He's been working with some of our local guys in Oklahoma, the Shot 3D Experience guys that they do a big kind of hunting style shoot, like almost a big trail shoot. We've worked it out to where they have a whole range for us to host a qualifier at. Talk about when we get to go commingle with bow hunters who might not be target archers. What is the best way to get them integrated into target archery? Like, what's the best way to strike up a conversation? If you're a 3D guy or you're an ASA guy and you get to be in front of 300 to 400, 500 guys who've never heard the term 12 ring, what would, from the very top of the organization, what would you tell people is the best way to get them? Hey, come on over here. And the analogy I use with the 12 rings is imagine the games try to speed as fast as you can through a school zone without getting a speeding ticket. That's the analogy that I use, and that kind of sticks with people a little bit. But what would you tell them if you got, Bubba Joe Redneck over here that's never shot for score?
The biggest difference, and I've gotten this question a lot last year, a couple of interviews, and it was about TAC. TAC has a lot of shooters involved in TAC right now. A lot of shooters that shoot TAC do not shoot ASA. And like, how can we get the shooters from TAC to come shoot an ASA? The shooters got to understand one thing that shoot TAC. No, we're not just competition shooters. I'd be willing to bet 90% of the shooters that shoot an ASA, they shot a bow before they ever came to ASA. They just didn't start out shooting ASA, and this is the first time they ever shot a bow. So it's about just shooting a bow, but it's about having fun. ASA is fun. And it has to be fun. If it's not fun, you're not going to do it. But take all the guys that shoot TAC. The reason they shoot TAC is because first and foremost, it's fun. Second thing is they get to shoot shots that they would never thought they'd get to shoot maybe. Well, what I tell them is come to an ASA. You're going to have fun. You're shooting your bow. It's going to be fun. We put you in a group of guys. It's going to be fun. Now, instead of getting to shoot those shots that are 80, 90, 100 yards off or down this steep mountain or whatever, that's very challenging. I'm going to challenge you in a little bit different way. I'm going to put the targets out there between 30 and 50 yards, 30 and 40 yards, whatever, 25, or it could be like David said, I could put one at 5 yards. And I'm going to challenge you to hit that ring that's that big around. Everybody that shoots TAC, they go with their buddies. There's always a certain amount of competitiveness between those guys, and it's friendly competitiveness. It's the same thing we have at ASA. You don't have to come shoot a ASA Pro-Am to win it. You don't. I know guys that do not. They have no intentions of winning when they're coming there. They're coming there because of the camaraderie, the fun, and the competitiveness with their buddies. It has nothing to do with getting up on the platform and accepting that first place plaque from Mike Terrell. What it has to do is when they all meet back up in the parking lot, and they reach over there and they all pop them most of them will pop a beer if they got a cooler and pop a beer, and they'll stand around their truck. And I've seen it time and time again. I know guys that do it, and they'll stand in that parking lot for 45 minutes and rag and dog one another about, man, I can't believe you went down there and you missed that mule deer. He was 25 yards. How do you miss a mule deer? And that's what it's about out there. That's what it's about.
It's passing that celebratory $20 bill to the next winner, and they get to hold it until the next tournament. That's what it is. Yeah.
I'm gonna show you something. It's just sitting here on the table with. I'm gonna show you. This is my bill, folks. And honest to goodness, there's no money in there, right? Except one thing. I'm gonna actually do this so that everyone can see it when I do this. This is in here. I reach right here, and if you'll see this, these are dollar bills. And on these dollar bills, I have signatures from shooters, such as R.E. Smith. A lot of people may not remember Mr. R.E. Smith. R.E. Smith was a part of the organization for many, many years. He was a huge component for Pearson Archery. Ken Mosley, Jim Robinson. I got all their signatures on those dollar bills because we'd always go and shoot around someone's house, and we'd shoot around the 20 targets, and we always threw in $1. And at the end of the day, whoever won the $1, everybody had to sign it and give them $1. Well, they're running around somewhere with dollar bills with my names all over them, trust me, because I paid them more than they gave me. But that's what it's about, David. You're right.
Yep.
And that's what it should be about. Is I get guys come here at my place, and even during a qualifier, I try to shoot them. Say, hey, come on, guys, shoot the qualifier. And I got some guys that just won't. They just won't. But what they'll do is they'll show up, 6 of them. They'll show up and they'll all pay to shoot for fun, and they'll all go shoot. And at the end of the day, I see them out there in the parking lot. They're all handing the $20 bills around. They all bet $20 who's going to have the best score, or this or that. So it's about fun. So anyone who shoots TAC, anyone who shoots any other organization, I don't care, TSO, TAC, any organization whatsoever, if you've never shot 3D archery outside, please come to ASA, shoot one. If you don't have a good time, call me up, because I'd like to know why you didn't have a good time. It's a blast.